The most commonly asked coaster-related question is, what does the future hold for a specific park? The Cedar Fair chain is set in Sandusky, Ohio, and ranges through multiple different states and into Canada. This chain has big amusement parks and tiny parks that each have a different future ahead of them. What does the future hold for each of these parks? These are the next major coasters coming to the Cedar Fair chain. We will first run through the smaller parks in the chain and then enter the bigger parks near the end of the video. I left timestamps in the description if you would like to see a specific park. Also, I can't read the future, so this will be a prediction video. With all that said, let's get into the smallest park, Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon, Michigan. The last new coaster this park got was in 2008. Thunderhawk was this coaster, and it was an SLC relocated from Geauga Lake in Ohio. Cedar Fair unfortunately doesn't really care about this park. I don't see anything coming soon for Michigan's Adventure. If I would have to take a guess, I would say that a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster would do nicely here. Gerstlauer Infinity coasters, similar to Tantrum or Hang Time, do not cost that much. These coasters are thrilling for their size and only cost about $5 to $10 million. This Gerstlauer wouldn't take up too much space if Michigan's Adventure didn't want to go through the hassle of removing a ride. Also, these rides are thrilling and it would be unique to the area. If I had to predict when this coaster would be coming, I'd probably say 2026 or 2027. Like I said, Cedar Fair really doesn't care about this park. Next up is Worlds of Fun. This one is a bit tricky to predict. Unlike Michigan's Adventure, Cedar Fair is willing to put a big coaster here. Their most recent addition was in 2009 with Prowler, a large GCI wooden roller coaster. A big plus with Worlds of Fun is that they have a ton of space to work with, so land isn't an issue. While Cedar Fair isn't willing to spend a ton of money in this park, they are willing to build something bigger than they are with Michigan's Adventure. My prediction will be an RMC Raptor coming in 2024. I know Cedar Fair hasn't worked with RMC since Steel Vengeance had structural issues, but these have since been resolved, and RMC hasn't had another issue after that. With RMC making more thrilling coasters and Worlds of Fun needing a thrilling and cheap ride, a reliable RMC would be the way to go. Valley Fair is a harder one to predict. They haven't gotten a major coaster since 2007 with Renegade. It is hard to tell whether Cedar Fair is willing to put a bunch of money into Valley Fair or not. This is a smaller park looking to expand and is competing with the nearby Nickelodeon universe. So I am willing to bet that Cedar Fair is willing to spend more than they are with Worlds of Fun. This is why I'm predicting that Valley Fair will be getting a B&M invert. This invert wouldn't be as big as Banshee, so it would be similar in size to Groenland's Monster. This way, it wouldn't take up too much space in the already small Valley Fair, and would provide a unique thrill to the area. As for what year it'd be coming, I think it'd be coming in 2026. The last of the small parks is Dorney Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The last coaster added was Stinger, and that is now removed. This might be the easiest prediction on the list. There were leaked plans for a Gravity Group wooden shuttle coaster, which is exactly what I'm predicting. Dorney Park has the space to fit this coaster in, and because it was leaked, it pretty much confirms it. This will be a wooden shuttle coaster, which means it will be one of only 2 in the world. This will cause it to be very unique. They also aren't very expensive, which is perfect for a park like Dorney. The thrilling but also family coaster experience will fit every guest visiting the park. This coaster will be perfect for Dorney Park, and I think it'd be coming in 2022. Now we get into the medium-sized parks. California's Great America is one of the easier to predict. There have been lots of rumors about a B&M Hyper coming to this park. The coaster model isn't the hard part of this prediction. The hard part is where the ride would be located. I could see 2 options of where this Hyper would be placed. The first place would be from Psycho Mouse area down towards Flight Deck through the water park. The other area would also start around Psycho Mouse and head downwards toward Gold Striker. Both of these places are very tight, but that makes both of them good contenders for a B&M Hyper. B&M Hypers are typically skinnier coasters. This means that they would be able to fit in both of these locations. As for which place would make more sense, I would go with the latter. The Gold Striker area is skinnier, but also a better placement for a roller coaster because it doesn't interfere with any other coasters or rides. The water park placement would interfere with some slides. As for what year, I would predict 2023. Knott's Berry Farm might be the hardest park to predict. Why? Well, Knott's is very landlocked. The entire entrance area is just rides stacked on each other. Also, there really isn't that much that would fit here. Many rides are located only about 30 minutes down the road at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and they have many coasters that are unique to the area. This makes predicting a unique coaster that would actually fit Knott's very difficult. It would have to be something smaller and unique. This is why I'm predicting a Chance Hyper GTX for an upcoming season. I bet none of you have even heard about this model in years. The Chance Hyper GTX provides a very thrilling ride experience in an extremely tight plot of land. But if only one of these has been sold, why would Cedar Fair go with this? I have two reasons. Reason one is because this ride is mainly for smaller parks, but also could fit in big parks. These rides are also very cheap. This would be the best fit possible, and would be rather unique to the area. The second reason is that with Hershey Parks buying Kentucky Kingdom, it may remind the Cedar Fair chain about this hidden gem of a coaster. It would make sense for Knott to get one of these. If I had to guess a year, I would guess 2026. Kings Dominion in Doswell, Virginia is the complete opposite of Knott's Berry Farm. They have a ton of space to work with. With the recent removal of Volcano, that means even more room opened up. I know that Kings Dominion is getting that 4D free spin, but I will predict after that because that is basically confirmed. Actually, this is one of the easiest predictions in the video. Some plans were leaked for a B&M wing coaster layout replacing Volcano. I think this is a very realistic idea. While not the most ideal for a coaster enthusiast, the B&M wing coaster is the biggest people eater from the company right now. These are slow and graceful coasters that will thrill everyone in the general public and even some enthusiasts. It's a perfect fit for the park, and I predict this coaster will be coming in 2023. Here comes the big four in the Cedar Fair chain, starting with Canada's Wonderland, and this one is rather easy. While an RMC Iron Horse of Wildebeest might be wanted, let's face it, it's not going to happen. This is why I'm predicting a Mock Rides launch coaster for Canada's Wonderland. Canada's Wonderland needs a launch coaster desperately. This is the only type of coaster that they are lacking in. A Mock Rides launch coaster will provide that missing thrill, but also provide that graceful and smooth experience necessary to draw in the general public. While these rides are expensive, it would be a perfect fit for the park. I think that this will be coming in 2025. This is another easy one to predict. I think that Carowinds will be getting a GCI wooden coaster. Currently, Carowinds has one thrilling wooden coaster, and that may be one of the worst coasters I've ridden. Hurler is extremely boring and rough and never has a line. Hurler is just sitting there doing nothing. This is why Carowinds needs a new generation of wooden coaster. A GCI wooden coaster similar to Texas Stingray located in the Dinosaurs Alive section would be a perfect fit. GCIs are always people eaters for the general public and enthusiasts. These are thrilling coasters and it would fill in a missing throw at Carowinds, the rapid transition category. Rapid transitions are a staple among GCIs, something Carowinds is currently lacking. This coaster will be coming to Carowinds in 2025. Here comes the favorite children in the Cedar Fair chain. Kings Island is the park Cedar Fair is expanding in the most right now, and it won't be long until Kings Island gets my prediction. This ride will be another Mock Rides launch coaster. Just like Canada's Wonderland, Kings Island is lacking in the launch coaster department. Flight of Fear is just too rough to be a fun launch coaster. Kings Island has a perfect spot for a brand new launch coaster. This spot would be in the recently removed Vortex plot, which has a ton of varied terrain to spice up this coaster. Like I said with Canada's Wonderland, these rides are people eaters but also provide a fun thrill for enthusiasts. It's a perfect fit for the park that I will predict will be coming in 2024. By far the biggest park in the chain is Cedar Point, and they are celebrating their 150th anniversary, which means that something large will be coming in the near future. Tony Clark also teased that this coaster will be even larger than Steel Vengeance. This makes this by far the hardest prediction. There are so many possibilities for this park that I could make an entire video just on Cedar Point. The three top predictions that I have are a B&M Flyer, Gerstlauer Infinity, or Mach Extreme Spinner. The reason a GCI isn't here is because it's too similar to Steel Vengeance. I chose for my prediction the spinning coaster. This is because a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster would be way too difficult to break records with. We all know that Cedar Point loves breaking records with all of their coasters, and the inversion record is out of reach right now. The flying coaster hasn't been built in a long while, so I don't think that that'll be happening either. The Mach Ride Spinner has recently grown in popularity, and with the recent addition in Belgium, it shows that these rides are going to be incredible, and Cedar Point will definitely want to hop on board and break some records. This will be coming in 2022. So in 2022, I predict that Dorney will receive a wooden shuttle coaster and Cedar Point will receive an extreme spinning coaster. 2023 will bring Kings Dominion a wing coaster and Great America a hyper. 2024 will bring Worlds of Fun a Raptor and Kings Island a Mock Rides launch coaster. In 2025, Canada's Wonderland will get a Mock Rides launch coaster and Carowinds will get their GCI. In 2026, Valley Fair will get an invert and Knott's will get a GTX. Finally, in 2027, Michigan's Adventure will receive an Infinity coaster. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Comment below what you think these parks will get soon. Email me if you have questions or concerns, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.